Hi friends. I am Julie. Welcome to the channel Bollywood King. Here in this channel I usually react to different interesting Shah Rukh Khan videos. Today I am going to watch fun interview with Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol and Karan Johar. This was shot during My Name is Khan promotions. I hope you will enjoy the video. Let's start without losing any time.
They're the ultimate romantic dream team, Bollywood's favourite on-screen couple. They've starred in 6 films together, the latest of which will release shortly. They're joining us today with a filmmaker who's thrice cast them together and exploited their scorching chemistry in his films. Above all else, they're thick friends in an industry where relationships tend to be fickle. It gives me great pleasure to welcome on the show today Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol and of course Karan Johar. Thank you guys, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. You guys have known each other for 20 years now roughly?
I've known Kajol all my life as soulmates.
Of course.
Soulmates implying another life as well.
So tell me, did you guys hit it off pretty much right away when you all first met? Do you remember first impressions of each other, Shah Rukh and Kajol?
Let him start.
Okay,
Then
I'll
I'll
tell
tell
you.
you mine.
Or
should I say first?
No, let me say it.
Okay.
Because I'll give you my first impression, then she can. I also know what she thought of me.
Okay.
I kind of got to know from Ravi Dada.
Okay.
It was
his
a New
makeup
Year
man.
Eve, my makeup Dada. And it was New Year. And I like to shoot on the 1st of Jan.
Right.
And strangely, I found another person who likes to shoot on the 1st of Jan.
Okay.
I wanted to shoot because I think then you keep working. This person wanted to shoot because she sleeps at 8 or 9 p.m.
Right.
So she was quite fresh.
Right.
We came, our cameraman was arrested, I think.
Yeah, that night Thomas was in
Thomas
Thomas
was
yeah.
in jail.
He was in
And
jail
I
and
was
he'd come
tired, red eyes, but the scene was kind of like this, that I'm supposed to look run down, which I looked in the initial 5 films of mine, always. And I was like really tired and just sitting. I remember Jal, there used to be a hotel called Jal Hotel.
Right.
And we were shooting there opposite the airport. I was like this. Everybody was like this. It's New Year, first.
Yeah.
And suddenly we heard this person come in and scream. And all that. And also I'm
How funny he imitates her.
But he didn't even hear exactly what I was saying.
I'll tell
It
you
just
the
sounded
reason.
like a babble.
I don't want to sound like this because I could be thrown out for this. But then I didn't know Marathi.
Okay.
So I didn't know what language she was saying. I'm from Delhi. So and suddenly she went, and she came and hugged and kissed everyone, Dada and most of the people on the set, because she's known maybe because of her mom, because of just she's a warm person. And then she
Yeah, that's a polite word.
Shut up.
I mean, she just loves everyone. She's sweet, and she's very
Sorry, I have
kind-hearted.
to get shorter now, so that my version can come out
and
quickly.
then she went away, and she wanted to say something to me, and I monosyllabically. Anyway, I'm a little shy and odd, so I said hello, hi, yeah, and went away. And apparently, she told Ravi Dada कि आपका ये हीरो कैसा है, बोलता कसे नसे, or something you said in Marathi, I remember. बात नहीं करता, बड़ा boring. I don't know if I want to work with him or not. That's what he told me. Now you can ask her version.
My version, I have to tell you, I have landed up over in the morning and I found out all these people are suffering from a hangover. And only Ravi Dada was looking like the only sane person over there whom I could sit and talk to. So I was sitting and I was chatting with him and chatting with him. I'm looking at this hero and I'm like, what's his problem in life? He can't come up, he can't say hello. He's like completely like dumb almost. And I'm like, why can't he talk? What's his problem? And at that point of time, I used to think anybody who can't talk must be like seriously demented or like have a very low IQ. So
Thanks.
after that, I went to him and I said, I was like, what's your problem? Why don't you just talk to me? Yeah? And then he
So I
started.
said,
And then
He never stopped.
stop.
No, I told her,
After
yes,
that-
I will talk. But I didn't speak to her then. But after that, I've been speaking to her for a long time. Last 15, 17, 20 years now.
I have heard this story for several times, but this is the most fun version of it. They look very cheerful here.
That's their
And also,
chemistry.
let me just tell you, when I first worked with her, let me honestly tell you.
Stop giving
When I
her
first
shot.
worked, and this I need to say in her presence because I've never said this.
Okay.
I remember I worked with her, and I remember Amir Khan called me. Those days used to be voicemails,
Right.
and those machines.
Yeah.
And he called up and he said that how's this girl? Kajol is active. Everybody knew of her because of Tanuja auntie and her
Right.
family being in films. So I said, she's really not nice. She just screams a lot, and I don't know, and I don't know, Amir, if you're planning to cast her in a film or not. And then we shot the film, and we got to see the rushes because we were checking. Shilpa was new. I was kind of new. I had these contact lenses for Bazigar. She was new.
Right.
So we went to see the rushes, and I was invited, and I saw her, and she was magical.
Okay.
And I remember I went back home and I called up Amir Khan,
Okay.
and I wanted to say she is fantastic.
Okay.
So whatever I've said is wrong, but I never got him on the phone.
Ah.
So I just kind of left it on the voicemail, and I still don't know that ever he got that message or not.
Okay.
I think he got it much later, but he must have thought a lot about it.
Much later.
He must have got the fact much later, and it takes a little long. And so maybe he thought about it and then cast her and worked with her in Fana. But I really said that. But after I saw you, I thought you were magical.
But that's okay. You apologized to me.
I've said that before.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've said that
okay.
before. I know the story.
Karan, when was the first time you saw them together? It was during Karan Arjun.
It was the first day I ever met Shah Rukh in my life.
Okay.
On the sets, I called Kajol because we were friends.
Right.
And my dad took me on these production rounds. He wanted me to learn the ways of the movie business. So I was told I was going to meet Shah Rukh Khan. And I knew Kajol was on that set. They were shooting Jati Hu Main, Jaldi Hai Kya, that song. And I called Kajol and I said, listen, I'm coming to meet Shah Rukh. Will you be there? I'm really nervous. I haven't done this. And I've never met like a that generation movie star. You know, I had met Amit Uncle and all before that, but I hadn't met and I heard horror stories about Shah Rukh. I heard he was arrogant and he used to fight journalists and throw things at them, and I heard all these kind of stories. Yeah, there was.
Really?
Yeah.
You shoot at him?
Yeah.
No, not at him.
Never me.
No.
So I had heard these kind of stories. So I met him and they were shooting Jati Hu, and I think Kajol was very distraught on that set.
Okay.
Because I believe Chinni Prakash and Rekha Prakash were giving them really acrobatic and semi-vulgar movements to do. Like Jati Hu Main, Jaldi Hai Kya was between each other's legs and thighs and something like that.
I was okay with it.
Yeah, but I know she was angry. My visual of seeing Kajol on that set was reading a book with her chashma and just snarling. Like really angry, she has to do this extremely in your face, pun intended, song. And I met Shah Rukh and it was absolutely a different experience meeting him for the first time on that set, because he was warm, wonderful and chatty, nothing like I'd imagined.
Okay.
And I need to tell you,
Sure.
of course, yeah. At that point of time, we were shooting a scene where I was taking a blade of grass and I was to run it down Kajol's back, and the expression was to be given by the back. So she was finding it a little difficult, I don't know why, because it's such an easy thing to do. And it was like, Jati Hu Main, to ching, 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 she's supposed to do all that. And it was like those little 80s, 90s kind of thing, and where Kajol was, they were saying, just move karo na beta. And, come on, hoga. And it was so funny because, and she's like, I can't feel it. So then I would run my finger. It was very strange. It was really, I was trying to be helpful, but it was really funny.
Those days, those heaving shots, back heaving shots.
Yeah.
Well, it was just the back. The thing was to run and she's supposed to shake her.
But I have to say, there are lots of shots like this which I've done with him where he's taught me so much.
Can I say one more? in
In
Bazigar,
Bazigar, you're sitting
in
on that
Mauritius, there's a shot on the bench, there's a sisky of a heroine. It has to come out like this, and Kajol wasn't getting it because it is 1, 2,
And
3, 4.
Sarojji could not understand. She said, Beta. It started with Beta, aisa karna hai. Then she went to Beta. Then finally she was Beta, aisa karna hai.
And she used to
Kyun
go,
samajh mein nahi aa raha hai aapko?
ooh, or something like that. And she's not getting it on the beat because she's like, ooh, ooh, and they wanted it to be, really loud.
Exaggerated.
And then Sarojji came quietly and said, usko na chauthe count pe pinch kar dena. So I did. And she went, and they got the shot, and she's like, what are you doing? And for one moment, I felt, I worked with her enough, she knows me, but is she going to think I'm that kind of hero who's taking advantage and pinching on the back?
First time the three of you actually worked together was DDLJ, wasn't it? Where the two of you were the stars and he was,
The servant.
how do we put it politely,
Yeah,
the junior
the one
artist?
who got fired and
I
all,
was the
yeah.
junior artist and I was the assistant. I was treated really badly, exploitation of
dressed-
labor.
and
Shut up.
I was dressed very badly, and my acting career came to a standstill as a result of the way I was treated by Aditya Chopra, Shah Rukh Khan and Manmohan Singh. In that order.
Okay.
I was really treated badly.
Aren't you thankful we ended his acting career then? Imagine, I'm directing films, she's writing them and Karan is the star. Just imagine.
Of course, then you all went on to act in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. I want to ask you some questions about that film, but I want to show you all a clip from a song in that film, and then I'll come to that question.
The voice has been muted to prevent copyright issues. Here Shah Rukh Khan compliments Kajol that she was dancing very well, and Kajol says that she is also looking at herself.
There's a portion in that song actually where the two of you are riding a cycle, and you actually fell off after that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I've heard the rest of the story, but usually from the other two.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's because you lost your memory shortly after. Tell us.
No, she lost her memory for a short while, like in
Like
Rajini.
he wanted me to lose my memory for like a nice good 3-4 days.
She
but
did
I
lose
only
her
managed
memory.
to come back.
I swear, I mean, तोबा ऐसा मुझे कहना नहीं चाहिए, किसी की तकलीफ थी. But let me honestly tell you, it was one of the funniest incidents of my life. Because movies में दिखाते हैं, but असली में काजल, who am I? Where are you guys? And, you know, it was really funny. A lot of thoughts went through across her mind. We thought, इससे picture करवा लेंगे. We'll declare her one of the dancers. We'll not pay her.
We'll put her in the back row and say you're a dancer actually from Mumbai. You're here to dance for a film.
Yeah, and I don't know. I remember ये भी thoughts हो रही थी, just in case she does not get her memory back, what all to do, steal her things. And she was really funny. I remember Karan's, if it's okay to say, I think she had just started to see Ajay.
Yeah.
And,
No, it's not started.
Yeah, okay.
It was 3 years she was
So
there.
Karan, Ajay को phone करके कहे कि hello मैं अजय बोल रहा हूँ, याद रखेगा नहीं रखेगा, अभी she याद रखेगी कि नहीं रखेगी.
No, she remembered him. The strange thing is that she didn't know, momentarily she forgot why. And you know, she kept crying in the room, and Mickey will remember this. Mickey contractor who was with us at that time. And I still remember, in a hotel called the Coco Beach Hotel.
Coco Beach.
It was called the Coco Beach Hotel.
Where
We
she had
took
gone
Kajal
Coco.
back to the room, and we said, Kajal, you know why you are in this hotel? Why you are in Mauritius? And she would say, no, and she just started crying. And I was like, oh God, you know, I started getting paranoid that, you know, the actress of the film has lost her memory. And then I kept thinking of my film. I said, forget her. What about my movie? She won't remember anything. Maybe she's forgotten how to act. That was really scary. To me, that was more scary. And then she said, I want to speak to Ajay. I want to speak to Ajay. And we gave her the phone. She called Ajay. And then after half an hour, everything started coming back. But the way she fell, I mean, the first thought that crossed my head when she fell is like, oh shit, I don't think her face is ever going to look
Yeah,
the
she
same.
fell like
She
this on
fell
her face.
attack, like it just
On her
fell.
face, yeah.
But oddly, there was not even a scratch on her face. But there
just
was a
affected
scar
her
on her
mind
memory.
since then.
Just ahead.
That's it. After that, she's
Shut
never
up.
been the same.
They are just lovely here. They are just adorable.
Okay. Now, before we go into break, Karan, I want you to tell us one thing about Shah Rukh and Kajal that nobody knows.
There's a lot about me that nobody knows, and I'm very happy that way. And don't you dare say anything.
Let's
say about Kajol. Actually, what nobody knows is Kajal is the biggest prude on the face of this earth.
Okay.
She's a prude. And I don't want to explain in what context.
I mean, she
but
still reads
she's
Mills
a
and
That's
Boon.
prude.
damn cheap.
She's a prude.
Mills and Boon. She still reads
And
Mills
I
and
want to
Boon.
tell you, a bigger prude is sitting on her right. They are the most dehati, conservative, shy, conscious people who actually come across flamboyant and intelligent.
Hello.
Okay, one second.
I want to tell you.
I just want to tell you,
I'll
not
say a dirty
comparison
joke,
to
you'll
us.
blush.
No.
I'll
I'm
say
not talking
something,
about
you'll
dirty.
blush.
I'm telling you, we are prude. He is a crude, vulgar, cheap man. And since our childhood he's been subjecting us. ये पारिवारिक फिल्में बनाता है, ये सब अच्छी बातें करता है, ये सबसे क्रूड और वल्गर इंसान है.
Okay, that was lovely. We were expecting to find out something about you all.
But we found out
didn't
about
find
this.
out something
Okay,
about Karan.
my
Crude,
crassness and
rude.
vulgarity put aside, I'm telling
Why
you
are we putting it aside? For what reason?
because I'm putting it
No,
aside.
I don't want to put it aside.
I'm telling you, they are really, you say anything naughty to Shah Rukh and his face becomes red. And especially if it's about a woman. Like it just becomes like he's been caught in the act or something, like that kind of red. And see, I'm telling you, see, he gets conscious. And you say, okay, say lingerie without smiling.
Oh, shut up. Lingerie without smiling.
Yeah, just say it.
Why should I say lingerie without smiling? I like lingerie. Lingerie.
Oh my god. I think I will have an heart attack. Look how adorable Shah Rukh Khan is.
Lingerie. Say Victoria's Secret.
Karan, have you ever lost your cool on them while shooting?
Are you mad? Have you
Apparently they
completely...
giggle a lot, they laugh a lot.
there's...
Yeah, I told him the first day that he
Look,
went
when
for
you've been
shooting
an
now.
AD with two actors
Right.
who finally star in your movies, it's very, very difficult to even want to lose your temper. Never, ever with Shah Rukh. I mean, I don't have the guts. With Kajal, I might
you
take...
would with me.
I mean, I might take a little more of a liberty, one step lower than Shah Rukh with Kajal. But having said that, even that is not a big enough step to throw a fit with. I mean, you can't. No way.
Actually, on a very, very serious note, I'd say, I think somewhere we three are quite sensitive to each other.
Okay.
I've noticed this over years,
Right.
that sometimes if we feel Kajol is not happy with something, Karan will quietly come even without her knowing, and he'll kind of say, she's a little down today, just kind of, so then, I'll say, what nonsense now? And we'll talk, or I'm sure they've done the same for me sometimes.
Right.
So I think we are quite sensitive that way. To each other's problems, so we never scream and shout, but we've been able to.
No, and I think the good thing about all three of us is that somewhere down the line we respect our boundaries.
Okay.
We realize that there is, he is the director, he is the hero, I am the heroine. So we're all very, very conscious of where we stand, and we're very, very conscious not to step on each other's toes in that respect.
No, we laugh and joke a lot on the sets, but she says it's completely correct. When Kajol will walk in, I'm sure, I'd say for everyone, Karan and me will get up. We will, she is the heroine on the sets. Of course we'll joke and we'll say some funny things and look at each other and laugh.
Yeah, but none of us takes each other for granted.
No, that part is always
very much
respected.
I don't
clear.
think there's been a single uncomfortable moment I've shared with the two of them as actors, professionals, or as people.
Except once. Once you were doing a scene and Karan lifted his track pants like this and started scratching. I get very... That's the only...
Uncomfortable the two of you.
Yeah,
huh?
he sat like this and he picked up his pants while we're doing some scene.
Okay, now you just put your pant down. Now sit down quietly.
Sorry,
I get scratchy on my.
He lifted it up till here, and we're doing some emotional romantic scene. Scratching while looking very intently and crying. That was very, very uncomfortable. Otherwise, we've had kind of
a decent going. Okay. K3G was, of course, the next film that you all did together. Kabhi
Right.
Khushi Kabhi Gum.
Yes, yes.
Again, there's a question I want to ask, but I want to show you a clip from that film first. Well, that's of course Suraj Hua Madham from K3G, and it's a beautiful song shot in Egypt, and all the chemistry is all there. But I'm told that in that portion where you all shoot in the water, that was a tricky one to shoot because there was jellyfish in that water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my God. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
There was,
It was-
actually, it's the most romantic and sensual visual of Shah Rukh and Kajol, and they're both drenched and all wet and everything. And there was Tarun and Nikhil, Tarun Mansukani and Nikhil Advani, who were ADs on the film, and they were trying to get those jellyfish off while this romance, and I refused to get into the water because I was too scared. And they were trying to get the and
there
this-
goes our brave director.
and amidst this hysteria was this moment of sensuality. So it was quite funny. These jellyfish were caving in, and it was very scary because apparently it can really hurt. I mean,
It can kill you.
It can kill you.
Yeah.
But I don't think we told you of this, that there was a jellyfish around.
We
them.
knew.
You just risk their lives.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Of course, there's a funnier bit. I'm not sure that you'll actually know. In the portion where you're shooting against that limestone structure, these were.
This I told you, Rajiv.
Karan Johar actually had the runs on that particular
Yeah.
day.
I did.
And while the two of you were being sort of choreographed under the baton of Farah Khan, Karan was depositing a souvenir for Egypt. Tell us, Karan.
It happened. I used to have a weak tummy actually, and I remember that we didn't have any kind of way of going to the loo. And those days we weren't so production evolved to carry those things. So I remember in the middle, this I've told you, so I know. I had the runs, as you said, and I desperately had to go. And this is going to sound terrible, I'm sure, on national television, but I actually went behind one of those.
Limestone
structure. So there was meanwhile happening like this moment of high romance, sensuality, and beautiful passion, and me leaving my debris behind in the deserts of Egypt.
Oh my god. This is awful and funny at the same time. At first I didn't understand what they are talking about.
It is one of the most romantic craps in the history of Indian cinema. Suraj hua madham chand jalne laga.
Or whatever rhymes with that.
And phatapat nikalne laga, whatever. I mean,
Or
I think
chand
it was-
jalne laga could have another meaning altogether.
And I do remember taking pictures of you and Farah post that. Somewhere near the
I
same
was not
desert.
happy. You had washed your hands, I hope.
I know
I
Farah,
don't
Farah
know.
would tell you that.
I don't know. I really don't know. Ah.
Okay. On a cleaner note, K3G of course there were 4 other actors in the film. You know, for the two of you, was he as close to the other actors as he was to you all? Did you all feel like you know, he had sort of equal love for everyone, or did you all feel like you all still shared something special with him on that film?
See, like if I say he showed a lot of love to everyone on the set, but he was acting with everyone else except us,
Yeah.
it would sound wrong.
But it's the truth.
But it's the truth. We'd like to believe that. But yeah, Karan at that time, you know, he had obviously we all have huge amount of respect for Amit ji and Jaya Aunty.
Right.
And we know his association with them beyond the fact that they are great actors and the most respected couple and people in the film and otherwise. But yeah, I mean, he used to touch their feet when they came on the set, which he never did with us. And in Khan, he started doing it.
Finally, the nicer car.
And with, you know, and Karan has a youth problem. You know, he's obsessed with youth. Okay. So that time, Dugu and Kareena were youthful. So he used to, you know, rush to them and be in their makeup room and...
What lies?
So
That is
really
lies. Was that? It's not true.
Yeah,
It's true.
I remember I walked into them once.
Walked
Kareena,
into them?
Yeah, the 3 of them were having a meeting about a scene and they were 3 talking to each other in a mirror. You know, they were so obsessed with youth and looks. The 3 of them were talking, looking in the mirror to each other. Hi, Kareena. No, I just think you should... And they're talking an intense scene.
It was...
And that's when I realized that, you know, we will never be able to beat that.
Right.
Because Karan has always spoken to us looking in eyes, never in the mirror. And then he got over youth and respect. And he came back to us. So, that's it.
Okay. Before we go into break, Kajal, I want to ask you, tell me what's the most irritating habit of Karan Johar and Shah Rukh Khan?
For Karan, it's definitely his socializing. I think he's on Twitter, Facebook, BB, SMS, phone, and what is the new one?
Meeting.
No. There is another, some social networking or some Orkut. Or
Orkut.
something.
I'm not on Orkut.
No, but there's another one. There's another one. He's on that.
Firstly, that is not socializing.
And
Those
one
are...
second,
And
one
when it's
second,
discovered, he
hold
will be
it.
on it.
It's my turn. Okay, relax. Secondly, he very regularly, very religiously updates everything. Even if he's writing complete crap, he wishes people happy birthday on his status and all.
That's sweet, actually.
Yeah, but why? I mean, what is
It's
it?
your
What
status,
is this
man.
need?
But
Yeah.
I feel that I must see.
Exactly.
I
It's
remind
your
one which
status.
Shah Rukh will tell you.
Just shut up.
I remind him of people's birthdays. I just feel this is a nice on BBM on BlackBerry. If you write the happy birthday, say Rajiv, then
Random
all the people who know,
trust me.
all the people who
Random
know
people
you.
he's wishing, by the way, they're random people
I
that he's wishing.
wished. Who did
On
I wish last?
Twitter.
Who was the last person I wished? Who you're considering random right now?
Okay, I don't want
She
to say
can't
that
say it
right
on
now.
air.
Of course you can't.
What about Shah Rukh, Kajal?
You know, that's something that's been asked to me before, and I have nothing to say because I seriously don't
मेरे बारे में तो
That is very
that there
nice.
is no really. I truly think. I mean, he may have.
मेरे
some-
बारे में तो लंबी चौड़ी लिस्ट थी. About
Hey,
Shah Rukh there was
my
nothing.
God, one thing I said about you, for heaven's sakes.
Anyway.
Okay, that's very nice actually. Let's take another short break on the show. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go away. Guys, let's talk about your new film, My Name is Khan, the film that you
Shall
just...
we? Yeah.
The
Finally.
film you've just completed. It's going to release on the 12th of February. I know that it's meant to be a film about cultural stereotyping, about racial profiling, but what you've been saying repeatedly, all of you actually, that it's a film about a love story first, isn't it?
I think inherently it's a love story. I mean, definitely the issue is a big part of the film, but it's. I think to use the love story, rather use would be the wrong word, but I think at gut and heart level, it's a love story that has this as a backdrop. And definitely what's in the forefront and the reason for even addressing this issue is actually done via a love story, via an emotional connect.
Right. To the two of you, is that what you all responded to first in the script, to the first narration? Was it primarily a love story?
I don't know. I respond to Karan's films without narration.
Okay.
If Karan has written a script and if he says I've narrated it to Kajol and she cried, this is how it happened for Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. That Karan narrated the story to Kajol, she cried, I didn't even want to hear it. I've done all films with Karan and Kajol like that. Okay. Karan narrates to Kajol, she cries, she's doing the film, I say I'm doing it, and then we go and complete the film. But yes, when we have treated this film, I have treated it as a lover.
Right.
She has treated it as the loved one
Right.
and the lover in return. And Karan has treated it like a love story. There is no Nothing, you know, it's been done before. Real life incident,
Right.
effect on a fictional love story. And this one is not so fictional because there's a lot of research gone into
Sure.
the character of Rizwan and a genuine couple which exists in the world,
Right.
which Karan has spoken to and Shivani has spoken to. But inherently, I would like to believe it's a love story with a difference, even for the girl. You know, I think, and I'm not saying it because she's sitting, it is one of the strongest characters a heroine can take on. And strong does not always mean to go and cut men's neck off.
Or any other body part.
Or any other anatomical part. But as far as it's a very strong,
Solid.
real, genuine, solid kind of a character. You know,
Right.
she kind of decides to restrain.
And cut it off.
She doesn't.
Oh my god. So much fun. Kajol just can't stop laughing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that kind of cutting off, but
Right.
she does cut off a relationship,
Right.
and which is a very strong stand she takes for her beliefs. And I think it's a very nice love story.
Did you cry while listening to this one as well?
I did.
Okay.
I did in portions, but I think mostly what I liked the script more than like anything else. I really liked it. You know, it's you know, you can love scripts and you can think that they're brilliant, but there are very few that you actually really like. I liked the film. I liked Mandira. I liked Rizwan. I liked everybody in the film. There is no villain. There is no villain as such. You know, there
Right.
is no man who is standing over there, you know, and saying that, oh, if you don't do this, I will shoot you and I will kill you. And there is no villain.
What it does have is some very lovely music. And I want to play a clip of my favorite song actually from Khan. When you all came to shoot for My Name is Khan, it was what, 8 years since the last time you all shot together, K3G?
Yeah. It was exactly.
Yeah, now we've been told that many times.
Right.
We didn't
Did you all
realize it.
literally pick up where you all left off?
It was
Yeah,
We didn't
actually,
feel like it was
we
8
didn't feel
years.
like it was 8 years or anything like that. It was just great fun, and we were very excited to be working. I have to tell you, we were super excited to be. At least I was very excited.
No, we all honestly,
But
it
we were
didn't
all
seem
working
like 8
together
years.
after,
Now that
like-
everybody's asking us, I'm like, "Arey yaar, काफी time हुआ."
Right.
But it hasn't
It
felt.
all didn't feel.
And let me be pompous, maybe our films run for so long, the
Right.
last one, that they don't realize.
Well done.
Of course. Kajol, Karan wrote Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna for you. You didn't do it.
I didn't do it because of the fact that I had a baby at that point of time. He wanted to go to New York for 70 days, and I
No,
was
90.
Yeah, 90 days, and I was, you know, I can't take a baby. I can't take a. At that point in time, I think Nissa was 2.
Nissa was 2.
So she was, I can't take a 2-year-old out of the country for 3 months and be comfortable with that idea. That's
Okay.
the first time, Mom, never.
Right. Okay. Did you see the film after it was made?
I did.
What did you think?
I think it was a good film. There were certain points I didn't agree with, but
Sure.
I told him that I didn't agree with certain things. And but I think it was.
It's like my
it was
body shot in it.
Love.
Okay.
On a different note, and before we go into break, Shah Rukh, I want to ask you. You like to give hugs to people, and I know everyone really enjoys that. Since Kajol got
You
married,
got it wrong.
he's not.
She's the touchy-feely, tactile person.
He also is the big bear hug kind of guy.
No, not really. She's,
No, and the people I know, yes, I meet
Right.
them with a hug.
she is. I mean, people she loves. She will not touch you with a barge pole. if
Not
she's
you,
going
not
to
you
sit.
personally. I mean,
Do you hug her less because she's a married woman?
no. It's not. This whole talk has happened many years ago, and I don't even want to clarify because the status that Kajol has as a wife, as a mother, I mean, it's exactly like my wife has as a wife and a mother.
Right.
And we respect that a lot. I can't explain it. Whether it's Ajay, whether it's myself, whether it's Kajol, whether it's Karan, we are educated. we are okay people. So there's never been these kind of differences.
It would have to be, I truly believe this, that what you're saying would come across if he had some, thought about it earlier. I don't think we actually think about it.
Okay, I just kissed her,
right,
and I can keep doing it, and I love her. I mean, when they ask me in the press conference, I don't know how many heroes will say that about the heroine. That yes, I love her, and I love her deeply, and I always will and only wish her in our life the nicest things, besides films. Films we'll do together, we may not do together, and that's okay. So I hug her sometimes when she's in a great scene. I just feel so nice. Sometimes the three of us, after doing the worst scene, we just hug each other and just stand. So and when Karan gets married, I'll still hug him.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. I'll still continue to do so, sir.
Okay.
Oh my god. He just killed it. You are a very special man, Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh, you have 2 kids. Kajol, you have a daughter. Kajol, do you have a relationship with Shah Rukh's kids? Shah Rukh, are you Nisa's favorite uncle? I mean, are you all...
Not yet, but I'm going to be.
Okay.
Because that's one thing. I need to go and win that. I think I made inroads in San Francisco.
Yes.
And I'm going to...
I was really impressed. I was like, you were in trouble, Shah Rukh uncle and all that. You just go say hello, be a good girl and all that. Don't go and talk to him for too long and don't irritate him and stuff like that. So I gave her all these instructions and all that. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Went over there quietly. They've talked for something like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
He's really sweet. I've made inroads and I'm going to build on this. I need to be her favorite uncle.
Okay.
And I think Suhana and Aryan are both wonderful kids.
Okay.
They're beautifully brought up. I have to say that, hats off. I know what
Gauri
it takes up to bring up a child, and I think both Gauri and he have done a superb job.
And
with
that's one
both
thing
of
about Kajol and Gauri don't see each other socially at all, but they have this kind of connect.
Yeah.
They are now, I don't think Shah Rukh and Kajol are in touch, but Gauri and Kajol have some kind of, there's a phone connection there, definitely.
Okay.
They're in touch.
Okay.
I mean, they know. I mean, and it's one of those all's well kind of conversation, nothing beyond that.
Okay.
But there is definitely that phone connect, which
Okay.
Kajol has with very few people.
Okay. Karan, you've seen them really grow into this role of parents, haven't you? What do you think of them as parents?
Both actually, that's the one thing they have in common is their children, nothing else. They don't have films in common, they don't have books
Karan,
in
that
common.
sounded wrong.
Karan, yeah.
No, in terms of their love and affection for their children, I mean, don't be silly. I mean, they're both really, really, really superb parents. I mean, I think the kind of passion they have for their children, for what Kajol has for her daughter and Shah Rukh for his 2 kids, I mean, those children are blessed to have that kind of madness, and it borders on insanity at times.
Okay.
I mean, I do know, like
Completely.
I pray for Nisa's health much more than Kajol does, especially when Kajol is shooting for me, because I know if Nisa has a flu or is unwell, I know it's going to take a toll on her. I know it because I don't think Kajol is ever normal that day that her daughter is ill or sick. And as far as Shah Rukh goes, I think his life just lies in those 2 children. I think that that's the one thing that also, I think in a certain sense, makes them even more connected to each other, is that they share this common passion for their children.
Okay. I want to play a little game with you before we go. I'm going to give you a couple of sort of clues, and I want you all to tell me, who is most likely to. And, feel free, jump in and disagree if you're with each other if you all don't like. Who is most likely to throw a tantrum over his or her costumes?
Me.
Karan, we have
I
no
wasn't
disagreement.
expecting that.
There's no
And
disagreement.
over my own.
His own
Not
costume,
even that.
not ours.
Yeah, his costume.
Not on his costume on the set that day. He may have a tantrum that I'm not dressed like a director. Can't take this shot and leave the sets. He's done it.
Who is most likely to show up late on the set?
Of course. I think all of us knew that.
No disagreement
I
on
mean,
that.
clearly there's a... We are punctual people, like Kajol and I are on the dot as people.
But I
like
do my
we are.
work fast.
Yeah.
I catch
he's
up time.
You make up
punctually-
for it.
Shah Rukh is punctually 2 hours late, and there's a complete mutual understanding. Kajol says, okay, so you call me at 9, so Shah Rukh will come by 11, I'll get ready by 10:30. Yeah. We have this calculation.
We understand
Okay.
that.
Who's most likely to forget a birthday?
Both. They don't remember birthdays. Kajol doesn't remember
No,
anyone.
I remember his birthday
on the
always
wrong
2
day.
days before.
Okay.
Kajol and Shah
Either
Rukh
2 days
Khan.
before, 1 day later.
In fact, Shah Rukh and I had this connect. I text him this one's birthday wish, that one's birthday wish. She doesn't know very many people that in general.
She's not living in human society.
There are only 3. I would remind her of maybe Shah Rukh's and Nikki's birthday, Niranjan's and Manisha's. These 4 people I would remind her. Him I have to remind her about 30
so
birthdays.
sad.
Yeah, it sounds very
It
sad.
sounds damn bad.
But
It's
it-
not so bad, huh?
Who's most likely to burst into tears during an emotional scene? Shame on you.
I know, shame on him, man. Really shame on him. And let me also tell
You're
you.
watching the monitor.
No, but I have to say this, you guys have to get the making when he's watching a scene.
Okay.
An emotional scene. He makes the strangest, funniest faces that you ever seen. He's doing some strange things. They are the strangest. You know, sometimes I've seen Kajol perform and, you know, it's a crying scene, whatever, sad scene. And I've stood there, we all stood, you know, it's Kajol doing okay, and and I've seen Karan, and I can't keep a straight face because he's really watching, he's crying. He's got tears. And he's making some really strange, because he's saying the dialogues. He's feeling, you know, she's feeling this.
And I'm a bad actor.
No, he's not a bad
I'm
actor.
a ham, I think. So I
No, that I am. The 3 of us, I'm the ham.
Who's most likely to lose patience and scream at someone if setup is taking too long?
Yeah, okay, it's me.
See, we agree on all the things.
Okay.
These are very
Simple
simple
questions.
Yeah, ask
Yeah.
me something
Who's
difficult.
most likely to get irritated if too many takes are required?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's most likely to give a perfect first take?
Karan.
Karan.
For
sure,
No,
Karan.
rubbish.
Did
Shut
you see
up.
him at the beginning of
Shut
the
up.
interview? He was at it. Well, I would like to talk about this. And I would like to
And we
talk
just
about
want
that.
to know in this interview, please put in your replies and your feedback. Is his hair shiny enough?
It's because of Seal and Shine, my new product. But it's him. First take, I think definitely. I mean, he
Okay.
gets
Yeah.
right. But she's very close like that. Her only thing would be a dialogue fumble.
No, dialogue.
but,
She sometimes, you know, like I said, because she takes it very honestly.
Mm.
So sometimes she just it takes a little while in her head
Okay.
to start doing
But
it.
I mean, but they're pretty
realistically.
much take one actor.
Okay, so then my next one, who's most likely to forget his or her lines during a take? It's you.
Definitely.
Also, while
Not
giving,
yet.
the only person who has a paper in front of him giving cues to us and forgets his line is Karan.
Yeah, I'm
He
really
takes
bad
the
at
paper
giving-
and
I'm
gives
very
some
bad-
other cues.
I'm really bad at giving cues.
He
I
wants to be in
don't
front
know,
of the
because
camera.
Yeah, I don't know why.
He was
I-
meant to be in front of the camera,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
behind it. Yeah.
Okay. Who's most likely to crave a snack every few hours while shooting? I couldn't tell.
Karan and me don't eat.
Okay. Who's most likely to be glued to his or her mobile phone in between takes?
In between takes, while roll
In
camera.
between, you didn't see?
action.
In between the edits,
Rubbish.
in between the
Listen,
cut
I'm
segments.
a producer, I'm a director, I'm an anchor.
You know, the first time I went on Twitter, I was on Khan sets, and he was saying, "I'm taking take 3 now." It was already there, and he hadn't told us.
What rubbish.
We had only done 2 of them.
Man, no. Never in between takes, but just a lot on the phone.
What nonsense, Karan.
Okay. Who's most likely to yell at a fan on a set?
She's also tried to attack them.
Yeah.
Once or twice, accost them,
Assault.
physically assault them.
That's all. Very easy.
And finally, who's most likely to find faults after watching the first edit? That too.
No.
No, you
I
love
think-
Karan too much. I think Karan has issues. No? Edit.
I hate my film. I mean, I shouldn't say it like
Not this one, I hope.
No, I hate things I do. I just think that I
And
need
Karan,
validation.
Kajol and me have never told you this, but I think the time has come to tell you we agree with you.
I mean,
For years.
I need, you know, I actually play. I play this little. I don't know. It's very strange. I think I'm constantly looking for validation and approval, which
Okay.
is why I always
Which
point.
is why he's social networking most of the time.
So I'm always wanting like somebody else to tell me it's good. So I point the fault and I want somebody to contradict it. And when they don't, I get even more hyper. So
Okay.
it's a whole vicious circle. But yeah, that would be me.
Okay. Let me, finally, before we go, ask you, when next, the three of you again?
I actually said it somewhere as a new. I got people on my Twitter.
And what did you mean by that, by the way? Somebody came and asked
Last
me,
film,
did
yeah, even I
Karan say
got,
that
yeah.
it's
I
your
did.
last film with Shah Rukh ever. We
Listen,
will
I
never
tried-
see you
Listen,
again.
that was my technique. Don't you know?
Shut up.
I want
What?
everybody to come
What
and
is
see
this
this
nonsense?
one. Yeah, I was.
It's a
Are we
stupid
supposed to
technique.
say it here also?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to go.
It's a
This is
stupid
the
technique.
last film they'll do together.
That's not going to stay.
No, I mean, I think they took 8 years to do this, so when next? I don't know.
Well, really looking forward to seeing My Name is Khan. We're hoping, of course, that you will continue to entertain us. You will continue to give us a special experience like you have with your previous films. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raj.
Oh my god. Every moment of this interview was fabulous. It was incredibly entertaining. All three of them looked very happy and chill. I love this too much. In general, I love the friendship between them. Even though there were times when they had issues, I think their friendship is amazing, but of course their collaborations are more amazing. It is always magic when they make a film. But this interview itself is magic at the same time. I couldn't stop smiling throughout the video. I love the part when Shah Rukh Khan talked about hugging and loving Kajol especially. He said maybe you can't have another hero saying this about his heroine, but I deeply love Kajol. And it was amazing how he smoothly jumped to the joke saying that he would continue to hug Karan also even if he was married. That was very funny. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you.